Hello guys, this is Stephanie Chavez for DHgate, and today I want to talk to you about something. Whenever we hear Chinese websites, I know, automatically think about scams. A lot of people say that these Chinese websites, because the prices are so cheap, they scam you, but honestly, they're not. I mean, I'm guessing there are some websites that are, but not necessarily Chinese. They're just the websites in the web generally. The thing is, and the main problem is that people don't really understand how some of these websites work. For the Asian countries, it's pretty common because most of the people buy on those kind of websites every day for anything. So that model is pretty common, but maybe for us and maybe for people who are not used to buying online that often, it's not that common. So first of all, we have to understand the difference between a marketplace and a store. These Chinese websites, most of them are marketplaces, not stores. What it means is that they connect the sellers, the stores, the factories with buyers all around the world. So these websites are just the middlemen. They're not owners of any products. They're not owners of nothing, but just being in the middle. So, and shops, they do own the product, so they are responsible for anything that has to do with the product. So sometimes when we buy something from these websites, we just buy it because it's cheap, or we just buy it because it's the first thing that popped up and it looks good, and that's it, and so we bought it. And then when we get it, it's not exactly what we expected, and we tend to blame everything that has to do with the product to the website, while they are just the middle part. They're just providing a place where you can find different sellers. That's why when we get into these websites, we can look for a product and we can find so many of the same one. Let's take a look, for example. So, for example, if I get into DHgate and I look for, let's say I have a nail polish right here, so I'm just gonna put gelish nail polish, right? So it's kind of broad. So as you can see, the second one and the third one, they're basically the same. Then we have so many of them. I mean, just the colors are changing, but they're the same product in so many different stores. You can see here on the bottom one, it says seller, and all of them have different names. That means that they're different stores. So what these sites do is that they just provide a place where all of these sellers can come together and offer what they sell, and then you go and you browse through them. So this is okay. Have you ever been to a very touristic place and you have these so many shops that sell exactly the same thing for tourists? Like, you know, all of those things with the name of a place, blah, blah, blah. So all of them sell exactly the same. Actually, even if it's the same thing, some of them are more expensive than others. Some of them have better quality than others. Some of them, they have so many people inside and you don't even know why. What's the difference? Maybe the guy at the shop has a very good customer service, and some of them, nobody has ever bought anything inside there. So this is the same thing. You have so many shops to choose from, and usually in real life, what we do, if we see different shops with the same thing, we browse through them first. We don't just get inside the first one and we go like, yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm guessing some people do. But what I'm trying to do here is that I'm gonna give you the first tip to be able to buy inside these Chinese websites and don't get scammed. I mean, because it's not really a scam, they're just bad sellers. Okay, so the first thing you have to do, as I said, is let's say I want to buy this one because it says 59% off, which is not that different from the third one because it says 5 off and it's kind of the same price. But anyway, I go into this one. First of all, we have here like a little summary of the seller, and we can see that it says the positive feedback. So 99.2, that's pretty high. So this is based on other people that has bought from them. So this is something that we can really look at. Then the next thing that we have to do, go into the reviews. The reviews, never forget to look into the reviews, because this is what it's going to tell you if they are actually selling what they say they're selling, at least the quality. So you have here like a ranking, like, you know, 5 stars. Like there's 79 reviews with 5 stars and just 3 with 1 star. So this is pretty promising. Very satisfied. Oh, we have pictures. Very happy with the products. Okay, we have pictures. That's very good. So we can also look into the transaction history. 542, all that they have sold before. And then if we go a little bit back, you see here on the top on this like little summary for the seller, we have like a badge here with a P. So what does that even mean? If we go back to the result page, we can see here at the bottom, it means premium merchant. So it means that it has kind of a ranking inside all of the other merchants. So all of those perfect signs, perfect signs. And if we don't want to go inside all of them, like outside, it just says all of them. It says the batch that they have, how many customer reviews, the average of stars, how many they've sold before. If they've sold so many and they have a high review, then of course it's 99% sure it's a good seller. Listen, I used to live in China for 5 years, and this is the way people shop there. And one thing that I always used to do, I mean always, is contact the seller before buying. Only because if at the end of the day they don't even have the products and I already paid for them, and then it's gonna be a whole thing. It will take a long time for them to refund my money. So first of all, ask the seller if they have the product that you want. Exactly. And the way the seller talks to you, it also shows how serious they are about their business. So then that's another thing you can consider, because all of this is doing business. It's not just you buying something. This is business transactions. So never ever on a marketplace just buy the first thing that comes up, because that's not even what we do in real life. So why would we do it online? Look into your options, look into the reviews, look into the seller's feedback, contact them just to make sure they do have the product you expect, and then go ahead. At the end of the day, of course, the websites got your back. They can intervene if something happens. So I really hope you find this useful. So if you have any other questions, please let me know in the comment section below. This is the first video I will be making in a series of videos of tips of how to shop, and kind of like frequently asked questions. So yes, thank you for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.